Hi, my name is Tatiana Harvey, and this is the artifact analysis presentation for my last class, MAE 670, Applied Practitioner Research and Customized Study. I'm excited. This is my master's. I'm almost done. So a little bit about myself is that I currently live in Southern California. I'm from Palm Springs, but I've been out in San Diego for the past 6 to 7 years. I just became a PE teacher this past year, so I just finished my first year, and I absolutely love it. I'm still learning and learning new things and everything, as well with becoming a tennis coach at the same school that I work at. And so I'm excited for August to come around and to continue growing and showing my teachings. So a little bit of the plan of study, the POS and artifact analysis table. So this is the table. I'll also be sending out a document of what it looks like. And so what I'm doing, I'm picking from start one to start to my last class. I am placing what the class was and an assignment of what the artifact that I want for that class to talk about. And I'm going to be placing it in the PLO 1, PLO 2, PLO 3, PLO 4. And I'm going to be putting either an I, D, and M, and the I means introduced, D means developed, and M means mastered. So in each section, I will, for the PLO 1s and 2s, 3s, and 4s, I'll have an I, a D, and an M, and then an I, D, and M, I, D, and M, and so forth. So for the first one, the PLO 1 means to integrate advanced approaches to instruction assessment and learning using digital tools and skills. So the first PLO 1 course I wanted to talk about is the EID 640 Developing Online course. And it's the artifact that I picked was a mini course project, and it aligns with PLO 1 because this mini course project requires to create a project using only online platform, and we have to provide instruction and assessments while using only online tools. So it was a little challenging, but I was able to correlate and make an assignments and everything. But it demonstrates competency in this area as introduced and developed because I was introduced to using digital tools, and I developed creating a website on Google Sites for a mini course for my students during volleyball unit. These are some just images that are here and are part of it, but I also included my volleyball course unit link if you wanted to check it out and just kind of play around with it and see the assignments that I had for my students. So my next one was the course ITL 608, Design and Process of Teaching, and the artifact that I chose was Lesson Plan Stages 1 and 2 assignment. So this assignment aligns with PLO 1 because this lesson plan needed in-depth instruction, assessments, and any tools that needed to be used during this lesson. And so basically this lesson demonstrates competency in the mastery because it provided me to show my experience with creating lesson plans for my students with instruction and assessments during that lesson, and so I believe that I had the mastery skill for this. But I also, this is a little bit about what the California standards are, some English language development standards, and just a little bit about it. And then I also included the link lesson 1 and 2, so if you wanted to check it out from the assignment. Now going on to PLO 2, meaning design learning experiences that include learner characteristics, principles of customized learning, and assessment as learning. So I took 2 courses for the SEL program, and I did it all on my own, but I'm going to talk about one of them here that I think it belongs in PLO 2. So the one I chose was SEL and communication, and the artifact that I chose was conversation maker versus conversation breaker. And this little assignment aligns with PLO 2 because this assignment has students work together and learn about some characteristics on making sure that you know how to make a conversation or what to do in a conversation. And so students will be assessed during this activity, and I as well was assessed during this activity, and so I got to kind of see the perspective of it. And then this demonstrates the competency as developed because I developed the skills of being assessed by taking the keywords that are at the bottom here in placing them either in conversation maker or conversation breaker. For example, thoughtful listening, I would think that goes in conversation maker. Something like not responding, that's in conversation breaker. And so it's just kind of working with someone else and kind of seeing, okay, how do we build those conversations, and how do we not want to, like, what we don't want to do for conversation breaker. But I thought this would be a great placement for that. My next course was ITL 600, Becoming a Teacher, and the artifact that I chose was the iceberg concept of culture, and this aligns with PLO 2 because the assignment asks an individual to go into their characteristics and learn and assess ourselves, our surface and our deep culture. And I put this down as a mastery skill because I was capable of sharing about my surface culture and deep culture about myself. For example, my surface culture is I wear Lululemon all the time, just a PE teacher and working out all the time. People saw me as American and Mexican, as well with I love line dancing, and my foods are steak, fish, tamales, and enchiladas. And some of my deep culture, people that didn't really know about me, was I have 2 dogs, my religious beliefs are Christianity, and I'm a happy person 24/7. And a lot of people don't know that I'm also a PE teacher, so that is why. And the next one is the ECE 654 Collaborative Partnerships. The artifact that I chose for this was Program Administration Scale and Field Experience. So this artifact aligns with PLO 2 because this assignment goes over learning about an elementary school. So we got to pick an elementary school and we had to learn their principles and assessing each of the categories through a scale, and what it fell under. And basically I put this under as introductory because this is the first time I had to go to an elementary school and find out information about the school and rate it on a PAS and a program administration skill and create a paper on an experience. So this is just a little bit about it. So this is my introduction paragraph about the school and who I interviewed. And then this is just a little section with the child assessment and what I found out and what the results were and what I recommended to how to improve in that section or in how to get a better score. And I also included my document here, Program Administration Skill and Field Experience, if you also want to check that out. The next one is PLO 3, Apply Practitioner Research Methods to Study and Inform Instruction in Traditional and Digital Learning Environments. So the course that I chose for this was the MAE 610, Plan, Study, and Practitioner Research, and the artifact that I chose was Source Practitioner Research Study Assignment. And this artifact aligns with PLO 3 because a practitioner research question was created and there had to be a peer-reviewed research articles that shared the relationship of what the purpose of the question of interest was. And it had to do with differentiated instruction in physical education class and see what ELL students are on task and how they are basically. And then I put this down as developing because this research provided evidence that I can implement in a physical education class. So information that I found I was able to use in my classes that current year that I did this class. But I also uploaded my Source Practitioner Research paper in here, and if you want to look at it as well. The next one was also my other SEL, one of the other ones that I chose, and I picked Diversity Inclusion. And the artifact that I chose was Developing and Teaching Expectations as a Strategy. And this artifact aligns with this assignment because with my practitioner research that I had prior to this class, the 610, it helped me inform the instruction that I needed in the classroom through digital environment, learning. And so I put this down as introductory because it had to do with differentiated instruction, which this assignment helped me again with what I had to do in a cultural environmental strategy. And this is just a little assignment that we had to do, and I got to see a little bit, and I just had to fill in the blanks and just see a different perspective of like, oh, okay, this is how we can also teach or support our children with challenging behaviors or cultural and stuff like that. So. And then my last one was EID 640 Developing Online course. And it was the one that I chose was my mini course project. And the artifact aligns with PLO 3 because this practitioner research question I had for myself. This assignment helped inform instruction on digital learning environment for my students. So I was capable of creating an online platform for my students, and I was able to help ELL students specifically as well to make sure that they're understanding the material that's provided for them. And I also I put this down as mastery skill because after the mini course project was completed, this assignment had to be created to see the fundamentals from the mini course, and I see all the instructions that were given online. So I created my project, my mini course project, and then I created a paper and I had to talk about what everything was meaning, how it could help others, like the students, and how students can answer the questions and what was the importance of it all behind it. But I also included this mini course rationale in the document here on the presentation. So lastly, the PLO 4, develop reflective practices that are grounded in current learning, science research, professional ethics, and include pathways to continuous growth. So the course that I chose for this was EDA 644, Higher Education Law and Politics. The artifact that I chose was Law and Politics Assignment. And this artifact aligns with PLO 4 because this assignment had to be developed through reflective practices on professional ethics, growth, and current research. And I put this down as an introductory because this was an assignment that I had to research information on about a school that I either attended or I did not, which I did attend this school, and finding information about the school, about their government structure and their ethics as a school. And so I had to research, and it's just like an not an article, but an assignment. And I also included it here in the paper. And I just talked about their government structure, their ethics as a school, and all of that. So. My next one is EID 670, Technology and Leadership. And the artifact that I chose was Recommended Technology Management Improvements. And this artifact aligns with PLO 4 because this assignment had to reflect upon myself as an individual through explanation on the 7 topics you wanted to choose from. So here in the instructions, you could see there's a lot of different topics to choose from, and we had to include teamwork and communication, and we had to pick another 5 of those. And basically, I put this down as a developed competency because this assignment helped understand what I needed to continue growing for myself through some information and professional ethics that was done in research. So, for example, I put teamwork on here, and I explained why I was at a 3 and how I could become a 5, and those reasonings behind it with my research where I found that information too, of how to improve my teamwork. But I also implemented the document here, Technology Management Improvement, if you want to take a look at it in all the different categories that I chose as well. And last but not least, MAE 670, Applied Practitioner Research and Customized Study. The artifact that I chose was the Plan of Study, POS, PLO, Alignment and Artifacts, and this artifact aligns with PLO 4 because the reflective practices that were done throughout the Mastery Program course, starting with MAE 610. And this demonstrates competency in the area as mastered because I could complete the plan of study with artifact alignment of the PLOs and to the POS, an achievement with deeper information I gathered from Class 1 MAE 610. Also, thank you so much for listening all the way through. I'm excited to continue growing and to take all the information I've done in my master's program and to put it into the classroom. But thank you so much.